Hi, my name is Jarrad Faulk, and I'm a physical therapist here at Core Medical in Monroe, and I'd like to talk to you about your health for just a few minutes. Do you have aches in your neck and your back from those long hours sitting at a computer or at your desk? Are you feeling down, kind of depressed, not quite like yourself? Cares of the world are starting to pile up. Are you looking in the mirror and you see someone that's a little bit bigger than the last time you took a close look? Maybe you're going to a different area of your closet for clothes because of those extra pounds. And do you want to live a healthier, more active, and longer life? If you answered yes to any of those questions or to all of them, then I have a simple, very cost-effective, almost entirely free solution for you. It's so simple, in fact, that most of us learned to do it when we were just tiny little kids. What am I talking about? What's gonna make your neck and back feel better? What's gonna elevate your mood? What's gonna cause you to lose weight? What's gonna cause you to live longer? What did we learn to do as kids that could do all those things? Walking. Let's take these one by one. Number one, neck and back aches. As we put in long hours at the desks and the computer, our posture can degrade over time, causing tightness and shortness in the muscles of the chest and the front of the hips. Now, the tightness in the chest will cause the shoulders to round, cause the head to come forward. And when those shoulders round off, not only do you get tightness here in the chest, but all of the muscles in the neck and the shoulder girdles are put on a stretch, and they're left on a stretch, and they develop trigger points, and they get knotty, and they just pull. Everything is pulling you forward. Same for the hips. Long hours of sitting over days, then weeks, then months, and then years, if not properly counteracted, will cause shortness in the hip flexors, stretch in the low back as our backs round out, leading to chronic strain and a constant pull on the back whenever you stand up to do all activities that are not sitting. Now, walking is a great way to counter this problem of tightening in the front and chronic stretch and strain in the back. The rhythmic swing of your arms when you're walking provides not only a gentle and rhythmic stretch on the chest, but also the muscles surrounding the shoulder blades are activated, causing the shoulder blades to pull back so that you could swing your arm, countering that chronic stretch and chronic strain. At the same time, the same thing is happening with the hips. The hip flexors are tight, everything's pulling, it's hard to stand up straight, it hurts, growing pressure in your back, but as you walk, you get contraction of what? Your buttocks. You have to extend your leg. Even if it's short, it's still happening. And over time, the front of the hips begin to lengthen, your buttocks get stronger, your posture improves. Walking is a great way to counter the occupational strain of sitting for a long time. Number two, mood. Walking has been clinically shown to elevate all the neurotransmitters that make us feel good: serotonin, dopamine, the neurotransmitters that give us that feeling of accomplishment, reward, contentment, the knowledge that we've done something good to improve ourselves. And at the same time, it downregulates cortisol, or the stress hormone. Cortisol causes that fight or flight feeling in the presence of chronic stress. It causes blood sugar to elevate. And if we don't do anything when we're stressed, if we just sit there and we just try to internalize it, we try to deal with it, well, we have chronic elevated blood sugar, chronic and then inflating high blood pressure. Walking takes all that blood sugar, and either burns it, throws it back in the muscles, reduces the bad, elevates the good. And if you live in beautiful places like North Louisiana here or in Colorado, it can get you back into nature, and just being connected with nature again on a good walk is a great way to relieve stress. Number 3, weight. A moderately paced walk of an hour can burn up to 360 calories, depending on your size and just how intensely you're walking, okay? An hour, a good pace, 360 calories. Now that means that at the end of a month, if you were to walk every day, you burn about 2 pounds of fat, okay? So every 15 days or so, you're burning a pound. Do that over 6 months, a year. You'll be well on your way to seeing a different person in the mirror. We know that weight loss contributes overall to improved health, reduced BMI, positively correlates with reduced cardiovascular disease, reduced diabetes, reduced high blood pressure. Good things happen when we're lighter and we do things to stimulate our cardiovascular system. You good folks in Colorado do an excellent job of this. I looked at a CDC chart of obesity in the country. Colorado is just sitting pretty, I think, at number 1. Louisiana, maybe we're a little different. We could certainly take a few clues from the good folks in Colorado, but hey, if you visited us, you know the food is good and the weather's hot, but no excuses, Louisiana. We need to do better. So let's get out, get walking. Remember, an hour a day at a moderate pace, up to 360 calories. All things stay equal, we're burning a couple of pounds of fat a month. You can transform yourself through walking. And lastly, number 4, a recent study came out by the American Medical Association. A long-term study was even featured on Good Morning America. And it said that if a person, man or woman, black or white, their test pool had both races, if a person walks 7,000 cumulative steps a day, they reduce their risk of mortality 50 to 70%. Okay? And this is not even at one time. This is 7,000 cumulative steps. So, what does that mean? 7,000 steps is doable. Break them up during the day. Okay? The study showed that if you went a lot over, it didn't necessarily benefit you as far as longevity goes to any significant extent. But as we got under 5,000 steps a day, that risk of mortality goes up, up, and up. Okay? How do we keep track of our steps? Most of us have smartphones. They have health apps on them that can count the steps according to your walking pattern. Many people have iWatches or Samsung watches. This is a Garmin. I am at, 3,500 steps today, and it's about lunchtime. So half the day, half my steps are in, and I've really made big concerted effort to get them in, okay? Remember, this is cumulative steps. So what should you do to improve your health, not only the quality of your life, but the longevity of your life? Just get moving. Take some breaks during the day. Stretch your body. There's excellent videos on this channel of the physical therapist in Colorado showing stretching routines that are fabulous. I watched them just the other day, loaded with good information. Do those and incorporate walking. Walk every day. Stack activities. Do you have a favorite book or one that you've been looking forward to reading? Put it in the ears and go for a walk with an audiobook. Do you have a favorite podcast? Okay. Are you waiting on that next podcast to drop? When it does, put it in your ears and go for a walk. Do you have that favorite person in your life that you love to just talk to? Or rather than sit and talk, say, hey, let's do something good for you and for me. Let's make this conversation potentially last years longer into the future. Let's have a walk while we talk. 7,000 steps in a day, that's the goal. So in summary, if you want to reduce your occupational strain of those long hours at work, the neck aches, the back aches, go for a walk. If you want to boost your mood, if you want to feel better about your life, about you, about others, go for a walk. Are you looking in the mirror and you want to see a different person, one that's slimmer, one that's more confident, one that's going to be thinner and healthier? Go for a walk. And do you want to live a longer life with better quality, better health? 7,000 steps a day, cumulative. So I hope you've enjoyed this presentation. Again, my name is Jarrad Faulk, and I'm a physical therapist here at Core Medical Monroe, and I'll see y'all again next time. Bye-bye.